Yes, I like to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. When I'm comfortable, when I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs, that's when I get in trouble, right? So I like to go out there and I like to push boundaries. I chase that buzz. It's a thrill of the unknown. I like to be in situations where I put myself in, and all of a sudden this problem or this drama will present itself. And I like to deal with it there and then. I don't like to overthink things. I like to put my dive boots on basically and jump in the deep end and to see if I sink or swim. But I'm not scared of failure. Failure doesn't bother me. So therefore it doesn't stop me from doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm sort of limitless in my approach to life and my approach to what I do. The buzz is not feeling in control. I take on something that I start off being in control, but after that, who knows? It's like with Everest. I didn't want to go up and summit on a nice sunny day.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the views. I didn't go there to look at the to mountains and such. I went there because I was intrigued by the death zone. I was intrigued by the Khumbu Icefall, all the dangers that present themselves, and the myth surrounding the mountain. That's what attracted me to the mountain. No, trust me, I've failed a lot in my life, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and say that I've succeeded at everything. It's through the small failures that I've learned, which have taken me to the bigger successes. So I've definitely failed more than I've achieved. It's only learning how to use failure to your advantage that really puts me in these situations. Going up Everest, I hadn't been any higher than 6,000 meters before. So I'm thinking, is my body going to fail me? Am I going to be able to do that extra 3,000 meters? How am my body going to cope with it, basically? So the fear of the unknown there was certainly in the back of my mind, okay? And then the fear of failure sort of creeps forward every now and then. But I think to myself, what doesn't kill me will only make me stronger. When you overthink things, you can come up with too many solutions in your head, right? Too many options, and it sort of stops you from concentrating on the task at hand. Where when you leave yourself with one option sometimes, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. In life, we have so many options that we can go down this way, this route. Just tackle it head on sometimes. And that's exactly what I've done on this occasion. To the dislike of my cameraman, who already summited 4 times, he's like, "And it's not a good idea. Let's go back." And I'm like, no, if you tell me something, it's like putting a big red button in front of me and telling me not to push it. It was just the thrill of going through that, thinking to myself, wow, it's there. Mother Nature's presenting itself, in front of us. Let's tackle it. Psychologically, it's mentally that you have to be in the red. If you're not, it doesn't matter how fit you are, you will not make it. So again, I just go into my psychological cycle of self-belief. Believing in what I'm taking on, the challenge ahead, never allowing myself to doubt myself or doubt that I was going to summit. Don't get me wrong, it's always in the back of the head, but I didn't allow it to creep forward. Even though I thought to myself, I haven't been above 6,000 meters before, there is a high sort of percentage that I could not make it. But again, just training my mind, just, positivity. A lot of people look in the mirror and they look at the way they are and they want to train their bodies to look good because other people can see that, right? But you can't see your mind, no one can see that, so we neglect it. And it's our main tool in our armory is our mindset, because it will drag the rest of it through without a shadow of a doubt. So don't let anyone or anything dictate how you think. That is yours. This is your golden nugget, okay? Take control of it and use it to your advantage. And that's what I do. I keep myself physically fit, not to an athlete plus standard of fitness, but I make sure that I'm out of that bottom zone, that I'm in between, and I just make sure that my mind is focused. If I tackle life head on, if there's a problem or if there's a threat that's in front of me, I tackle it head on. I still stick to that mantra of, tackling everything with a positive mindset, tackling a threat that's in front of you. But sometimes I get it wrong, and it's just, putting my hand up saying, look, listen, what we've got to realise is failure is everyday part of life. It's not a nasty word. It's not a horrible word. I've failed up to now in my life. I'm going to fail to the day I die. That is a fact. And guess what? So is everyone out there. Failure is everyday part of life. Once you acknowledge it and you're honest with yourself, and you acknowledge the situation and you be honest, then you can turn that around, you can flip it. But the moment you ignore it, or you shy away from it, or you're not honest with yourself, is the moment that this negative circle will just keep engulfing you. When it comes to healthy competition, that's what builds, hardship, that's what builds suffering, that's ultimately what builds resilience. It's through realizing that we're not the best at everything, that we can't be the best at everything, and that, sometimes we do come second, third, or it may be last. Out of that builds resilience. You get mentally resilient from that. So to ignore that is a faux pas in my eyes. I think that is unhealthy, and it doesn't prepare you for everyday life. People live in these bubbles where they think it's all cozy. You're wrapped up in cotton wool. But the moment you get injected into life and you're expected to get a job and you're expected to stand on your own 2 feet, people aren't prepared for it. They fail, or something comes along where they don't get the job and someone else gets the job, and psychologically they can't deal with it. With a healthy mind comes a healthy body. They sit, in line. The moment you start to suffer psychologically, your body will start to suffer. The moment your body starts to suffer, you start to suffer psychologically. They come hand in hand. It's so important about health, about the two, to sync the two together. Just being honest with yourself. You can look at yourself and go, do you know what? I need to lose a bit of weight here. Or do you know what? I'm waking up in the morning, I'm finding it hard to breathe. I'm not breathing as normal as possible. I need to get out. I need to work my lungs. I need to actually start getting out there and looking after myself. But the only people that have the answer, they're not these professors, is yourself. If you're brutally honest with yourself and you look at yourself and the way that you feel, the way that you act, you're like, right, I'm a bit sluggish, I'm a bit slow, I need to lose some weight. My message is all about, positive change. I've been, preaching that message for the last sort of 5-6 years since I've made it in the media world, and my message continues to be that. It's about bringing people together through positive change.